Up here and inspire you with my topic, getting things done in the government. I have to admit this Tallan Ignite presentation is taking me out of my comfort zone. It's the first one I've done. If you're willing to go a bit out of your comfort zone, then you can get things done in the government too. Really. Who am I? At work, I'm David Tallan, Manager, E-Government Stewardship in the Web. My unit leads Ontario.ca, provides leadership and coordination, such as it is, to the OPS Web community, and we're co-sponsors of this conference. Outside of work, I'm a bit of a geek, a bit of a risk taker, comic book publisher, traveler, and parent. That last is probably the riskiest, though it may get competition from when I hitchhiked across the Sahara Desert, where I took this picture. What's my track record for accomplishments? I have a string of innovative successes in the OPS web world going back over 15 years, from launching the ministry branch website 2 years before the ministry website, to getting a Diamond Award 2 days after September 11th, when we launched that. I'm not going to say it's easy. Things can be hard in the government bureaucracy. Sometimes it's hard to remember that Dilbert was written about the private sector. Even more than private sector bureaucracies, government can be very risk averse, always worried about how things will look to the auditor, or worse, the press. This risk aversion is hard on innovation, and if you don't have patience with it, it can appear ludicrous at times. How do you overcome these challenges and get things done? Risk aversion leads us to be very process-driven. Often the support services, procurement, HR, even IT, supposed to be there to help us, can seem to be throwing up hurdles to overcome. So how do you overcome these challenges and get things done? I'll talk about 2 key strategies that have worked for me. 1, start small and scale. 2, focus on the people. Start small and scale. By small, I mean cheap, especially now. Ideally, we want a proof of concept that can be built by our existing team without asking for money or other resources. This allows you to fly under the radar and avoid roadblocks, the HR, procurement, gating roadblocks. These generally get more cumbersome the more you're spending. So smaller equals less risky equals less process to bog you down. Once you've shown success, then people will be ready to jump on the bandwagon. Then you can scale up and tackle the bureaucratic bits. You need to remember that when you start small to design scalable, so that when you get the buy-in, you're ready to grow. Second strategy, focus on the people, not the technology and processes, etc. They are the source of your success or failure. If you get the people right, they can deal with problems everywhere else. If you get the people wrong, the best technology in the world won't save you. Your first priority is your direct team. These are the people for whom your project is part of the job. You need a core team of people with initiative, problem-solving skills, and a can-do attitude. Then there are the people whose work you're changing with your project, who will be implementing it or using it. People talk about the importance of executive sponsors. No. It's the people on the ground who will be using what you're building that you really need to win. They, not the executives, are the ones who can create success. The executives, on the other hand, can ensure failure. So you want to keep them from bringing it down by appearing non-threatening. Keyword, alignment. I tend to think of this like sitting in the front of a canoe with a paddle and pushing the rocks away. Sounds great, but does it work in practice? Let's walk through a recent example where we use these strategies. OPSpedia. Anyone heard of it?
Woo!
OPSpedia started small. What was launched was built by a core team of 2 or 3 of my guys over a few months alongside the rest of their job. Clearly, I had a great core team. The pre-launch investment was less than $5,000. They focused our support on the ground level people who are adding the content, building the community. My job was to make us appear non-threatening to the competitors or those concerned about the risks. We met to ensure alignment, positioned it as a pilot, and postponed commitment. After we'd shown some success, we got the student ambassadors and then access to a developer. This led to greater success, deputy level buy-in, we leveraged to secure endorsement from a deputy committee led by the Secretary of Cabinet. So now we're on the road. And I'm here to say it can be done. We did it with OPSpedia. That was the day that we seized. What will you do with? What is your project that we can take the way we took OPSpedia? That you should be thinking about today. Thank you.